Hey everyone. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how tight your bow should be. But first a couple things. So when you're playing the violin, you're going to want to tighten the bow hair, and you do that by using the screw down here. We're going to talk about this a little bit more. And when you're putting it away, you want to make sure that you loosen the bow hair. And you want to loosen it so much, you do that with the screw down here. And you loosen the bow hair by turning the screw counterclockwise. So let's see here. I will loosen it. You want to loosen it so much when you're putting it away that there's no tension on the bow hair. So like that. You can see there's no tension. You don't want to loosen it too much because then it can start getting caught on things. But the reason that you want to do this is because if you leave the bow hair tightened all the time, what's going to happen is it's just going to get stretched out more. And eventually the bow hair will become so stretched out to where you won't be able to adjust the tension with the screw anymore. And then you'll have to have it rehaired and you'll just be spending more money on that. So how tight should the bow be when you're playing? Well, standard practice is to tighten the bow hair until there's about 1/4 of an inch distance from the bow hair to the closest part of the bow, which the closest part of the bow is going to be in the middle here, where the bow curves down, right? You don't want the wood, the stick of the bow, to be straight. So you don't want it to be so tight that it's looking straight like that. You want there to be a curve in it. So here I'm going to loosen it up. Kind of like that. You want there to be about 1/4 of an inch there. So that's about 1/4 of an inch there. And a good way to test if your bow hair is tight enough or loose enough is to pick up your violin and to play as aggressively as you're going to play, like put a lot of pressure, as much pressure as you're going to be putting with this finger on your bow. And you want the stick of the bow and the hair to be so close that they're almost touching, but not quite. So that's a good tension right there. To recap, you want there to be a curve in the bow. You don't want the stick of the bow to be straight. You want it to be curved. You want about 1/4 of an inch between the bow hair and the closest part of the stick of the bow. And when you're playing, you want the stick of the bow to be almost touching the bow hair, but not quite. And then of course, when you're storing the bow, when you're not playing, you want to loosen it up so much that there's no tension. And also, when you loosen it up, you turn the screw counterclockwise, and when you're tightening it up, you turn it clockwise. And that's how you tighten your bow hair. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.